I'd like to call to order the Hammond Capital Improvements Board meeting for December 19th, 2022. You'd rise with me and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A roll call from the clerk, please.
Flores. Muta.
Here.
Prieto.
Here.
Spitali.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
Benez.
Here.
Button.
Here. Let the record reflect that 6 members are present, 4 in chambers and 2 remotely. Next item on the agenda is the consideration of the past meeting minutes. Members, you should have received in your board packet a copy of the minutes for November 21st, 2022. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion's been
Second.
Thank you. Motion's been made by Councilman Spitali, seconded by Councilwoman Venez to approve the meeting minutes of November 21st. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores. Muta.
Yes.
Prieto.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Benez.
Yes.
Button.
Yes. Motion carries 6 present and 1 absent. Next item is a report on the work study session. Immediately prior to this meeting at 4:30 p.m., this board met to review the current agenda items and to go over an action related to Dowling Park project that is soon to be forthcoming to this board. Is there any other information the board would like to include on the work study session? Hearing none, the next item on the agenda is funding. There is no report this evening for funding, so the next item on the agenda is item 7, matters from mayor, council, and other departments. I'll just start off by saying that we had a meeting at our work study session today. We talked about this Dowling Park project that is underway. In 2021, the Congressman's office and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers approached the city of Hammond for a project. We envisioned a new project at Dowling Park to alleviate flooding that's occurred in 4 of the last 14 years in the Dowling Park neighborhood just to the north in Hessville. And the project is a multi-phase project. The first phase is on the brink of being bid through the Army Corps. It's a new 54-inch storm sewer outfall from Dowling Park Pond to the east, flowing east to Kentucky, which would then tie into a main, I believe it's 102-inch storm sewer that then crosses the Borman Expressway and goes into the Southeast Hessville Pump Station and then eventually into the Little Calumet River. The project through the U.S. Army Corps is envisioned at about $3.3 million in construction. That means that with a 25% local match, which is the agreement that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers projects have through the Water Resources Development Act grant, Section 219, is a 25% match. That makes our match $825,000. Mayor McDermott asked that I reach out to the Hammond Sanitary District to see if they would be willing to partner in this project. And I would ask Matt Muta to make some comments. Commissioner Muta.
So I'm happy to report that the Hammond Sanitary District has agreed in principle to split the cost of the required 25% match, the $825,000 price tag, with the Capital Improvements Board.
Very good, Matt. We appreciate the district's participation in that project, and please give our kindest regards back to the sanitary district. And it's great that you're a representative on our board from the district to help work those actions out for us. We do appreciate. That project is scheduled to lead in January now, and a letter has been sent to the sanitary district thanking them for that support. Any other matters from the mayor, council, or other departments? Seeing none, item 8 is old business. Any old business? Item 9 is new business. Item 9A is the funding allocation for Chicago Street Phase 2, change orders numbers 1 through 5 with the Indiana Department of Transportation in the amount of $5,092.94. The chair would entertain a motion to approve the funding allocation subject to Mayor McDermott's approval.
Make a motion to approve this contingent on the mayor's approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Prieto and properly seconded by Councilman Spitali to approve the funding allocation for Chicago Street Phase 2 change orders. Is there any discussion? These are 5 change orders listed. It's the 20% match of the request as required by our agreement with the Indiana Department of Transportation. There are, as I said, 5 different items, from manhole structure to some demolition work to some nominal water department work, water valve installation, and a lighting service relocation. The total amount of the change orders is $25,463.71, but the local match is $5,092.74. Is there any other further discussion? I would like to recognize Mr. John Tucker from American Structure Point, who is the company who represents the city in the Chicago Street projects on site, and if there's any particulars that I can't answer, I could defer to Mr. Tucker. Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call on the motion.
Flores, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 present, 1 absent. Item 9B is the funding allocation for JF Mahoney Drive, reconstruction, supplemental construction cost with Milestone Contractors North Incorporated in the amount of $14,032.69. Is there a motion to approve, contingent upon the mayor's approval?
I will motion to approve contingent upon approval from the mayor's office.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Muta, seconded by Commissioner Prieto to approve the funding allocation for the supplemental construction cost for JF Mahoney Drive. Is there any discussion? This is $1.7 million plus cost for construction. The amount being approved is the small portion that is over the $1.7 million. The first 1.7 is being funded through set aside by the Common Council of the City of Hammond, who approved $400,000 in ARP Phase 1.0 and $1.3 million in Phase 2.0, and we are very grateful that the Common Council has approved that money through the American Rescue Plan Act. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6-0, 6 present with 1 absent. And let the record reflect that Councilman Tyler is present during the meeting in person. Thank you, Councilman Tyler. Item 9C is a funding allocation for the same project, JF Mahoney Drive reconstruction, and this is for construction engineering with Nice Engineering in the amount of $152,600. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion contingent upon the mayor's approval.
Thank you, Councilman Spitali. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Muta. I do appreciate Councilman Spitali's catch for this approval of the construction engineering for the subject project. Is there any discussion? Similar project, we've reviewed the fee through the engineering department, and the fee is commensurate with the work being performed for the project. And this is basically on-site engineering, part-time during the course of construction. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 present, no, 1 absent. Item 9D is a funding allocation, Hammond's contribution to the Energy Savings Program, Phase 3, with the Leopardo Group in the amount of $350,000 even. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Tyler and Councilwoman Vines. It's been moved and properly seconded to approve Hammond's contribution to the Energy Savings Program, Phase 3. Is there any discussion? So this is the Capital Improvement Board's recommendation and previously approved commitment to the energy savings program that the city's been undertaking for the last several years. There was a shortfall in energy savings under Phase 3. City used energy savings in phases 1 and 2 to make citywide improvements to public safety vehicles and public works vehicles and other vehicles throughout the city, and replacing streetlights. And so there was a bit of a shortfall in Phase 3, which included a number of city-owned building improvements that include the HVAC improvements to City Hall, the repairs to the facade of the Indiana building, the Toll Theater, the Hub of Innovation, and those projects are included in this Phase 3. We appreciate the board's commitment to this 10-year program. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 present, 1 absent. Item 9E is a funding allocation for Summer Street reconstruction, construction engineering with American Structure Point in the amount of $361,160.60. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve contingent on the mayor's approval.
Second.
Thank you. Motion's been made by Commissioner Prieto, properly seconded by Commissioner Muta for the approval of Summer Street construction engineering. Is there any discussion? The City of Hammond had received funding from NERC and Federal Highway to reconstruct Summer Street between Columbia and Indianapolis Boulevard. We project that this project is around $15 million worth of construction. Is scheduled for bid opening in January, and American Structure Point is our design engineer. So this project is funded 80% with federal funds and 20% local match. This amount, $361,160.60, represents the city's 20% match. The full contract is $1,805,803.02 for American Structure Point. This is full-time engineering for the project. American Structure Point has been our trusted inspection design and inspection contractor consultant, I should say consultant, for Chicago Street phases phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. I guess we call it advanced clearing phase 4. So all phases of our project, and we've been very happy with them. The fee represents a fee commensurate with the amount of work to be performed. We're ahead of this a little bit just to make sure that we have this in advance of the NDOT letting, and I would ask if there was any other discussion.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman Tyler.
is there, I guess, just for clarification, I know this is a complete reconstruction. Is there anything like special, like redesign that we're doing, or is this kind of pretty much reconstructing the road as is?
So there's no redesign per se. So the American Structure Point was hired after the city was awarded 2 projects from the Northwestern Indiana Regional Planning Commission. One was through CARISA funds that was made available only recently to allow us to do phase 2. So it's 100% designed and is in NDOT's hands for bidding. And this represents a reconstruction of Summer Street between Columbia and Indianapolis Boulevard. There has always been in large construction projects some limited redesign of projects throughout. It happens when you don't know exactly what you're going to find underground. We do the best we can. And I know American Structure Point has helped us through those nominal design changes that happen during construction, but that's not part of this work.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 present and 1 absent. The last item is not listed on the agenda, and it is a proposed 2023 Capital Improvement Board calendar. I have passed out prior to the meeting a list of calendar dates contemplating holidays that would occur throughout the year. As you know, most holidays, when they do occur on Mondays, which is our normal meeting date, and so we're having to shift our time to a later date. We try to do this where it doesn't impact other meeting schedules, so you'll notice that the Tuesday meetings that are reflected here project a 5:30 p.m. work study session with a 6 p.m. regular meeting, so as not to conflict with the standing Hammond Redevelopment Commission meeting at 4:30 on the first and third Tuesdays of every month. The chair would entertain a motion to adopt the board calendar at this time. Is there any motion to accept?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Councilwoman Vines, properly seconded by Commissioner Prieto to adopt the proposed 2023 Capital Improvements Board calendar. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 present and 1 absent, and I appreciate the board's consideration. Any other new business? Any public expression? I would like to have on the record that Mr. John Kennedy from American Structure Point is here. I'm sorry, John, I didn't give you an opportunity to take any questions for our action for Summer Street, but the board certainly appreciates your attendance this evening for that important project. If the board does have any questions for Mr. Kennedy, you're welcome to do that now or at a later time. Seeing none, anyone from the audience wishing to speak to the board? Anyone in the audience? Seeing none. So you should have in front of you now the calendar with a projected meeting for Tuesday, January 3rd, with a work-study session at 5:30 and a regular meeting at 6 p.m. If there's nothing further for the board to discuss, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Councilman Spitali. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Muda. It's been moved and properly seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye. 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 All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.
Mr. President, I
Councilwoman
would
Vanessa.
just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.